Good morning, y'all. Bass here. This is probably gonna be one of those shorter ones because it's really cold out here. I usually do these videos on outside. Um, I've been up since 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I usually am up around that time where I'm staying. I don't get to sleep throughout the night, although I do get to bed around 8, 9 o'clock. So I'm usually getting around 6 to 7 hours of sleep. So there's that, right? But what gets me up because I don't have insomnia. I don't have sleeping problems. I actually go out like a light. Just when I'm tired, and I drop in. That's it. I'll put on Family Guy and watch some Family Guy, and within 3 minutes, Family Guy is watching me. But I usually get woken up, and just this morning I was woken up again, and what wakes me up is it's really upsetting. Um, it's really difficult to address to the person because where I'm staying, I'm kind of just the people are being kind to let me stay where I'm staying, so I can't really create waves, but they do things that are just fucked up. So I like animals. I have cats. They don't live with me at the moment. They live with my mother, but I have cats and I adore my cats. And I when I was living when my cats lived with me, I loved having them around. Anytime my cats wanted my company, wanted cuddles or whatever, I would stop whatever I was doing and just start cuddling. If I'm drawing something and one of my cats hopped up in my lap, well, I'm gonna pause, stop my drawing, and start cuddling. Same thing for video games, writing, whatever I was doing. And sleeping with your cats in your bed, people who have cats and love their cats, they understand those purrs put you right to sleep. There's Since I had gotten those cats while I was living with them, most of the nights I went to sleep, it was not by choice. They cuddle up next to you, they start purring, and then they just lull you to sleep. And then before you know it, you're waking up to a new day, and you're like, when did I go to sleep, right? And so, not being able to have my cats around, I kind of bothered. I don't get to have them with me. I don't get to cuddle them at night. I don't get to be with their purrs. And the people I stay with, they have two cats, and they're really sweet cats for the most part. One of them's really skittish because she had an injury before they had picked her up. Because I guess there was some people that was wicked to her when she was a kitten. They brought her and they saved her, whatever. And there's another one, and for the most part, the cats are very sweet. They were declawed, unfortunately, but I don't have a say in that. But what woke me up is, well, they don't let their cats sleep in their room. So come nighttime, the door closes and the cats are locked out. Now, people who know cats don't like closed doors. My cats used to freak out over me closing the door. My one cat, Sweet Pea, would stand if I would, because so where I used to live, all the sound in the house would travel throughout the whole house and funnel into my room. And if I left my door open, I could literally just hear everyone's conversation. And oftentimes it was loud enough to drown out whatever I was listening to. And I'm not one to blast my TV or blast my music or whatever I'm listening to. And so I would rather just close my door, snuff out all the noise, and just listen to what I'm listening to. Oh, my cat didn't like that. Oftentimes she would just sit next to the door and just start meowing, bother me to get up and open it. And she'd make it seem as though she wanted to go out of the room, but she didn't. She just didn't want the door closed. It came to a point sometimes where, like, I would stand there, hold the door open, like, you gonna go out? And then she would just look at me, and then I would close the door again and walk away. And she'd start taking swats at me, like, how dare you close the door? I wanted it open. So with these cats, it's probably the same thing, when these people go to bed and they close the door, the cats will, during the day, they sleep in the bed. Like right now, it's daytime and they're laying in the bed, right? Well, at nighttime, they're not able to lay in the bed. And cats see it as it's their room. You're locking them out of their room. Well, what wakes me up is that they'll sit at the door and they'll meow. The meows don't be waking me up. Meows don't bother me. I love cats. What wakes me up is the dude will come stomping out of that room and chase that cat around with a spray bottle. Now, some of you may recommend spraying your cats for being annoying, whatever. I never had to spray my cat. I don't know. Maybe my cats are just well behaved, but I don't like the idea of having to spray my cats. And even if a quick squirt, that's it. This guy will chase these girls around for 5, 10, 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes. I laid through it, listening to it, just, when is it gonna stop? When is it gonna stop? And every day it's like that. It's so infuriating because to me it's like cruelty to animals. I see it as cruelty to animals. I don't know if anyone else does. I don't know if this is a crime that I should be reporting. I'm not sure to make waves, but at the same time, it's like it's like you ever come across one of those instances where you see something wrong happening and it just gets in your gut and like it lights a fire under you, it makes you mad. Well, that's what that is for me. Seeing animals be mistreated just it bothers me in such a way. I don't like it, and though it's not just one squirt. It'll last for minutes at a time, and the poor cat don't even learn from the mistake because 10, 15 minutes later, she's at the door again, meowing again, and here comes old boy coming out the room, stomping and squirting and chasing her around the house for another 5, 10 minutes. You know, this morning, by the end of it, I ended up using my towel that I dried my body with at the end from a shower. I ended up using that to dry her off because I couldn't go to sleep after I was woken up. And now this poor cat is just sitting there soaked. And my heart just dropped for her. So I went, picked her up, and I've been drying her off. And this is me venting about it because it's so frustrating. It really is frustrating. I don't know how to get it out. I don't know how best to express it. I want to explain to them like that this is not cool, but it's not my house, and I don't want to get kicked out on the street and be homeless because I defended their cat. On a happier note, more pleasant note, nature runs its course of dishing out sweet karma. I didn't think it would happen so swiftly, because so lately there's been this raccoon that's been coming around here and coming up onto their terrace, their balcony, and they have a mini fridge outside on the balcony, and the raccoon been trying to figure out how to open it, trying to open up the fridge. Well, apparently this morning, or sometime in the middle of the night, that raccoon figured it out and dug in and went ham and ate up and had himself a smorgasbord. And I can't be mad at him. I can't be upset. I mean, at the end of the day, what are you gonna do, right? Even if I was to get mad, what's it gonna do? It's not gonna undo the raccoon doing that. You know what I mean? It's not gonna bring the food back. It's not gonna whip it back into place. So it's spilt milk. You know what I mean? There's no crying. There's no use crying over it. But I just thought it was funny. You're being wicked to this animal every night, every early morning, and here come a wild animal to dish it back out. They'll never see it as that. They'll never process it as karma or the universe saying something to them. But I found it interesting. But ultimately, I will say it does make me happy that my cats are not here. There was a time when I ended up coming here, I was hoping that my cats could come, but because they have claws, they weren't allowed. If they were declawed, the people here wouldn't have had a problem. But I'm not about to declaw my cats. But I would have lost my mind had they been chasing my cats around the house with a spray bottle. I don't know how it doesn't turn their gut to do that, because that's not necessary. I mean, obviously the cat forgives them because the cat still loves them, but to the cat, that's normal. That's regular. They're gonna get sprayed. I don't think it should be that way, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is my venting. This is me getting it off my chest, and yeah, like I said, I'm gonna keep it short because my hands are freezing. It's cold. It's like 19 degrees. Why is it so cold? I need to move south. I need to fly south of winter, Georgia, Florida, somewhere hot where I can just be out naked all the time because it's cold here. I don't like it. I don't like the cold. Y'all be well. Have a good day. Baz out.